You can clearly see the respect the top of the defending for what they're defensively against them. Excellent. Small fires will line to one, and get corrected by 8, and now down by 2. 4 corrected by Carolina, pass to Montreal. Carlson goes off the little Carolina, and one of the 26 on the line. Goals go out to the far side of the puck. Montreal from the 4-24 left. White fires on the left, St. John has stopped squat, and then 17:32. The top gets the second to that. The Dodgers did not come Montreal one. Biggest was Dodgers. And the tops I have it around the board. And it was one from the third to Carolina. To be the last of the 3 Carolina in the second. I could anticipate more depth than hockey like Carolina in the third. Montreal from the line to the fifth. It was 6 to 1. And that one stop to Carolina. So the net, shot in the third period. So they got that one shot and they were getting my field. Final shots are 26 to 22 to Carolina. I'm playing both to the on the hits. 47 to Carolina. So Carolina's good luck again. Montreal getting the mix. They get 4 shots. Menlo had 3 hits. Jarvis had 5 shots. First ball on these hits. Gomez continues to be Gomez saying it's 24-8 Montreal. And each time the Montreal is the one who's Montreal. And the two, so they play it. Yeah, this is on the other right over. Yeah, so Montreal with a few games tonight. I think it's going to be 5. I think they're going to play as well as I expect a lot of tight. I feel better. So I just expect all the people that's it for this week this year. It's people passing that and really is. It's amazing. But it's also being redlights, some of the square. All of this is 899. All right, I'm here. Are we ready to do this? Not yet, Joe has to join us. No point, it's only 11 in the morning. Sleepy asses keep the wake yet. Well, shit. Hey guys, sorry I'm late. Still to make an incentive. What's up? Gentlemen, we're going to write the residents. Okay. Whoa, there's a lot of them. I'm not sure I have the time. Are we quickly into your nap on there, please, Joe? No, I have a company to run you. Get the bus. It's not going to get it. Guys, it'll be fine. We'll just do the more ones for now. And get them for the number and some advice. Okay, good. I'm okay with that for the sake of time, but you better include Code Veronica. That goes without saying. Code me with my shit back in my BSC days. Obviously, now let's get started. Hold on a second. We're starting with a release date, right? Do you remember that call back? Fuck you, Donald. Yes, we started the old city resident on Masconas. 8 years. The Godfather of Survivor. I every day. Now hold on. What? With the original? Why? Take your nostalgia glasses off for a second or two. The dialogue was straight trash. Even earning a spot in the Guinness Book for worst video game dialogue back in 2002, which it still holds to this day. It wasn't that bad. Of course it's pretty bad. Is the writer the same one who jotted down all your speeches? He's my presidential last, Donald. The dialogue did feel emotional, but the gameplay was still atmosphere of speech. The gameplay was an Ohio train wreck. Funky controls and tight corridors was like moving a bridge through a hallway. Fine, for the sake of time, let's split the difference and put it down to the empirical bond. Piece of bullshit, I don't like it. Still too high. That's how the 1998 semester went too. Here we go, 8 years for sure. Pretty sure we can only do it. I would even say that's clear. It was really a well-known sequel to the top. For once, I agree with Sleepy Joe. It took all the good things from the first one, but little there was, got there, improved dialogue, gameplay, atmosphere. Even having the story split into 2 different parts with multiple endings. I did get confused with pretending it was canon, though. It doesn't take much to confuse me, you know. Fuck off, orange slice. Okay, we'll get the best. Cool. Fine by me. Moving on to 1999, Resident Evil Nemesis. What do you guys think? Again, a solid game. Only a year later, and Capcom released some straight-up bangers. They were on fire. An entire city to run around with zombies everywhere. Screams echoing in the distance. Revisiting the RPG. Ceiling. Nemesis was a scary monster, too. Popping up randomly unscripted, unlike Mr. X and RE2. Joe's Cap. The big fucker carried a rocket launcher in the streets like it was nothing. The most American thing you can do, in my opinion. All good points, Tim, but to be honest, I didn't like the choice system. And the dodge mechanic made the game's combat slightly easier, making it not as tense. Your Valentine is an elite con with a certain set of skills, but pushing you to dodge whenever you wanted. I'll agree with the fast shooting with a little scale. Fine, 8 years then. Yeah, 8. Now the 2001's pretty good. Fuck yes, Claire, back in action in her own game. I spent hours on this game. We were finally out of Raccoon City. Rockford Island is a good setting with half of it in a prison, and the other half in Gothic architecture, all on an island to give you a feeling of isolation. The PS2's graphics did wonders for the cinematics in this game, and seeing Wesker fight with his new power, I breathe. Fucking sick. Right. Whatever, there's an icon. Got his ass beat by a mutant. Fake news is sleepy fuck. He did a tactical withdrawal, demanded the supreme strategy. Look, I'll admit that it wasn't graphical improvement at the time, but if you forget about those shooting strategy on fucks that the things are off the page. Oh, right, I forgot about this. It also has one of the weirdest characters in the series. It's 2023, Joe. You can't call out that actually weird anymore. Not him. Steve Burnside. What about it? This edgy motherfucker is constantly a nuisance to him, hearing her attitude in almost every scene. He had more emotional baggage than Johnny did after visiting the Oval Office. Fuck you know, this kid was raised and Steve was crushed about his dad. Oh, you mean that? The series, I'll put it in the here. Alongside that roadblock-looking motherfucker, you gotta be kidding me. Deal with it, bitch. Thank you. Moving on to that, I'm going to give you some high-tier ones here, starting with 2002's Hard there. Facts. What? You skipping on the OP. Stop lying, ladies and gentlemen. Listen. They took what was garbage about the original makes better. Graphics, gameplay, environment. They not only redid the dialogue and improved it, but also added the Crimson Head zombies to avoid being a stale-ass piece of shit. Those things made me shit my pants. So that was cool. Shut the fuck up, Martin, and lock yourself in the tanning bed.
I have to agree with John on this one, Joe. The graphics alone are enough to put it into S tier. Added in the defensive driver is Lisa Trevor Boss. This game didn't know the stats.
Jordan Trevor was a great architect. I could have used a man like him to build my wall.
So we agree it's S tier.
Yes.
Of course, we're moving on to another goal. Resident Evil 0.
Barry, I agree that it has the same appeal as the remake, but you cannot convince me that it is anywhere near as good. All the losses, jacked up animals, and a refused asset to tyrant. Don't even get me started on that fucking opera singer and his legion. Not garbage.
It is still a big previous game.
Correct. The Queen League didn't make any sense. How the fuck did the scorpion the size of flatbed truck jump on top of the train moving that fast? And how many times do we have to save Rebecca?
Shut the fuck up, slug wearing this. I won't let you bad how you Rebecca. She's top tier for me. I don't think she's that bad of a character.
Isn't she a little too old for this show?
Fuck off. Rebecca Chambers is the most underrated character in the whole series. She's the first to come across and defeat the Tyrant by herself. She's survival of 50% facility and accident. All while being the youngest and still being started. She's the most saving one.
Barry, we aren't talking about any of those shitty movies in the game. Besides, Quincy McCowney admitted that he liked changes the least out of all his female characters. He never even wanted to add it. He didn't agree with the remake, not gonna lie. He's at least confident in Zero, but because the damsel is distressed later on.
Fuck the bonus deal with McCowney. Thank God they added it to the things.
B tier at most.
That's a little harsh. The game says they're good, even with the secondary characters running along the back. It goes in time here. That's the goal. Fighting.
Fine, whatever. Let's move on. We're barely halfway.
Next up is the GOAT 2005 Resident Evil 4.
There's no line.
Hold the brakes there, man.
The fuck?
So you gotta be kidding me. We're talking about Resident Evil fucking 4.
Just get wait, take a set.
Fuck you guys, I know what I'm saying. You both need to stop riding Ford bandwagons. This was a glorified escort quest with horror taking a backseat to action.
Fuck you, Joe. It revolutionized not only the series, but the entire video game industry. The over-the-shoulder third-person gameplay rocked every company to the core, mixed in with action, suspense, and horror in a perfect blend. They even fixed the inventory system.
Even the creators of Dead Space said they did their entire game to model it after the way RE4 is.
They took out the zombies in the Resident Evil game and replaced them with parasites. This is the game that popularized quick-time events in the gaming industry. The story was trash. Sadler wants to protect Ashley as a parasite and let her go back to America, but then tries to stop her from leaving over and over again. Crowded side story was shit. Did I mention the story again? Take her back up from the ribbon. Fuck you, Joe. And Steve, Cozy,
Go snip some more hair, you sleepy fuck.
can you get out of the brand? Steve, the warrior is fucking hard to protect.
Get better, you old codger.
I agree, sounds like a new problem. The game is phenomenal from start to finish and has been ported more times than Skyrim. It goes to this.
I'll concede to A tier or else I'm dropping out and playing Minecraft as Bill.
Fine, let Biggie have his father.
I don't like it, but whatever. We need to get this done. So up next is 2009's Resident Evil 5.
I don't think you need to say it here anymore, Barry. Some of us can remember back then.
Get yourself some better rigs to come back to us, man. Anyways, another co-op, but this time set in the daytime. And the shitty inventory system is back, but maybe even worse sometimes.
I'm inclined to agree. This one kind of flopped with me.
Really, Barry? I thought with the location, well, you know,
What?
never mind.
It's just rain check down. So you should fucking stop saying shit like that. But I can't lie. This theme song and fight scenes were good as fuck. Too bad it was bogged down by quick time.
Yeah, thanks, Larry.
Start up with that. Plus the master plan, literal chef kiss.
Like that. Bad fuck.
Get off to a rock punches in our head.
Yet again, take two. We done it the last second and we'll return once again. You guys just didn't notice because you don't have great eyesight like I do. I have the best eyesight, probably in the world.
Okay, then any objections if I put it in the C tier?
Nope, it's fair.
Okay, done. Now with the Resident Evil 6. Ooh, this one.
Oh, right, I keep forgetting this one happened.
Not too surprised, Sleepy Joe. It's a miracle you know what year it is.
It's one where I'm still president in Green State.
Gentlemen, focus. I think we can be unanimous in this one, right? The horror aspect was completely thrown out the window for a more action-oriented game.
I have to agree with you on that, Barry. As much as I love action in the Second Amendment, this was too much. Too many campaigns, and excessive quick-time events, and don't get me started on Jake.
If they wanted to use the Lester, why not just stick with the man himself? But that's fine. He'll be back.
Donnie, you're the
He could be.
Still, you haven't said anything.
Call Jill. He was telling the truth to the people again. I'm always you idiot.
What's the
It's fresh.
I already said.
Oh, right. To be honest with you guys, I don't really remember that. I never could get past the training part of the campaign. Jesus, Joe, are you serious? That's in the first hour of the game. I told you that QTEs are garbage. Fuck off.
That's that. If that is it. So whatever, those are the two kids.
I'm okay with that. Thank you.
All right, guys, now for another gem, Resident Evil 7.
Now, this one I remember. Fuck. I have to admit this was such a system this person doesn't too bad of a fish to be. Plus, blaming on the person looking for his wife instead of being a cop, especially as many times as a nice thing. Did it remind you of all the times you had to look for your wife and get lost wandering around the White House with geriatric kids? At least I'm still in it, fucking up.
Focus, guys. RE7 was the first game to use the iconic RE. It did a full 180, stripping out the action from the three forward and suspense, which is the jolt that was needed to bring this series back to life. Truly a banger.
Unlike someone's idea for a healthcare plan.
Fuck you, Donald.
I agree, going back to its roots. I still wish that they'd keep zombies in the series. Not sure I remember more. It had a nice twist ending, though. And Jack Baker is seriously one of the most terrifying villains of the series.
Facts, definitely a solid movie.
Agreed. I mean,
That'll be a good high edit. Let's move on to another great installment that I don't think anyone saw coming, the Resident Evil 2 remake.
holy shit, here we go. A game that would have won Game of the Year if Sekiro didn't come out that same year. Not gonna lie, this one was fun all around. Mixing the best parts of 4 and 7, but keeping it mostly about the horror and nothing short of games. And Mr. X talking to you with the RPD randomly brought out 99 Genesis 5. Joe, you've seen our old man. Did you forget 5 minutes ago? You don't get to shit all over 4 and then use its assets whenever you want. You walk in front. I could say whatever I want in the present. This is what 4 should have been. Emphasis on the horror and not QTE. They brought back the zombies too, along with the added gore whenever you shoot them.
Seeing the zombie stage there, since was especially satisfying.
Hopefully it's what we'll get with the new thing that's coming out.
If we can all agree it's an S-tier product,
I can live with that. Same here.
but almost done, guys. Let's talk about the Resident Evil 3 remake.
Jesus Christ, way to fumble on the 5-yard line in Capcom. You were so close to a perfect game, but you had to dribble all the way. Dean's here, no question. I was Donnie on this one. It didn't have the impact that the second remake did. Plus, it was way too short.
Now hold on, guys. It wasn't that bad. Let's give it a chance.
Barry, have you lost your mind? The removal of the graveyard and the clock tower, adding that stick resistance game that's irrelevant now. And don't get me started on what they did to Nemesis. Did him dirty like a dog. Turn him into a dog too. What the shit is that?
Look, the atmosphere was spot on, and we feel they left the dog mechanic, so at least got rid of that choice system.
Nemesis running around in Texas trash bags with a busted nose. He literally Kool-Aid mans his way into Jill's apartment the moment the game starts. And he never stops to give the player a break. Maybe the boys filthy, Barry.
At least they paid more attention to colors.
Not enough. Here's the haircut looking like a hippie. He's here.
See, it had better potential than the city, guys. I'll succeed to both see.
Barry, for Christ's sake, they need to put first there.
Checkmate, bitch.
Fuck.
All right, fine. It's here, and I hate you.
We skipped the truth. Now let's finish this already.
Okay, the last one is Resident Evil
8 years, final answer. Bullshit. They took out the zombies once more and replaced them with fucking werewolves and pseudo-vampires made of flies and Christ's sake.
You only got that night because you wanted to celebrate spell on.
Obviously, we should have down that. Joke's on you, she's only in the first 2 hours of the game.
That's the crime, I agree, but let's be real about this. The only scary part was the giant fetus boss, and it's only done because of some hallucinogenic flowers. Before and after that was an complete cakewalk.
So the gameplay is still top tier and exciting. Finding the treasures and exchanging good with the new brings back the old feeling of 4 easily.
Even literally this is a tank with infinite ammo. It can't be a shit.
I think you need a true American, something you wouldn't know anything about. It's literally implied that being a Buxton, having known you as a most dead guy the entire time, is disgusting. Is that not the same of what your wife does with you, Sleepy Joe, you ancient piece of shit?
Go get showered up again, you better get Cheeto down. It goes down on the here, Donald, and that's that. I can't keep riding my hype on this one.
Fuck you both in this list. It looks like dog shit in you.
That's the thought. However, you can actually find enough ways to balance out this management. This the last challenge in the street. And the right man regenerates items like ground sport and field of blood grace. Drag it all place. Make it so we don't lose anything at Robert's ability back.
This is the second reason why Arcade Warrior is overpowered. Throwing a shivering shield on your face while wearing the Tier 7 heavy armor makes your mage a better tank than most sword and shield warriors. This allows you to almost solo anything on Nightmare except for the hardest monsters in each guest tier.
So it's a tier higher than the S tier. This spell is skeleton. Last spell. It's the extra mana regeneration. This is a +1 in combat. +2.
The basic outside. This helps you generate shield up and that's the name of the game. So I would say it's 8 here.
If this didn't pair with shivering, I would give it a C tier since it's a rank capstone, but mana regeneration is 20, so 8 tier it is.
Sounds good, boys. Next specialization we have is shapeshift. This specialization allows you to shapeshift like a druid into 3 different zones. Spider, bear, and snow and bug. However, the mage can cast any spells while shifting and only gets about 2 or 3 abilities in each zone. Now the forms are cool. This means your mage is no longer even mage. Worst of all, you have to give up specialization. So, in the interest of time, let's just cover all 3 of these things. First off is the spider point. Spiders are that wrong!
Oh, right, the arachnophobia is really good.
That's all right, I jump scared myself. Let's go look at the notes. Spider, this max makes the resistance. And it boosters the spider. It gives me the ability to skip first and enemies. It gives me overwhelm. It's master stage system. This is the B tier. Overwhelm is okay, but it's one of the B versus 3. Nature resistance doesn't come up much in the game of fire people.
Next up, we have the bigger form, but unlike Baldur's Gate 3, you don't get a halted section with Bobby Morgan, which is a massive L. This form gives you some extra armor and a constitution buff. It's makes you sneaky and gives you range, slam, and overwhelm with master shifter. Which is probably the best form out of the bunch and you think it's tanky. But even that doesn't say it's the easier. If you want your mage Arcade Warrior.
That was to apply with an arrow. It reduces the fire resistance by 75%. The fireball will straight up kill. Firestorm also doubles the resistance to the movement. It's for some speed on existing for others, and then still here.
Finally, master shapeshifter distant fields all your phones and gives them an extra ability. And stronger phone, but this doesn't slow the specialization from being bottom of the bow. Well, sure, this can be fun, thematic to use compared to every other specialization. But don't do this. You're playing with non-number, easy difficulty number roleplay. Next up, we have Spirit King, which is sport specialization focused on field. The first ability in this specialization is to do this spell. Heals every party member at once by a percentage based on this spell.
the spell makes spiritual worth it on itself. It's one of the few spells that still party members. Unlike normal heals, you can heal everyone's party. The only downside is a longer cooldown than a normal heal.
Shift's a pretty good spell, usually focus like. It's the highest tier on
Age here is it's very useful. It doesn't completely define the fight like the best tier spell. Revive and the other is easy. It provides phone coding in a small service, and it's the only way to do so for the fight is besides these players and credit it's part of this EMC.
This easily concerted battle is revived in a claim for a 2 damage dealer halfway through a fight. His blood fits with a spell, the best get out of jail free card in the game.
This dying is just a skill issue. The game is tricked by demographics and the object. S tier in fifth place.
Thanks. 5 deaths. So we have life sequences that's the auto cast it on minimum function. You can solve it on certain. Spell how it is the content. Spell how it is the spell out to later run. It's nice to go on something that wants people like.
This spell ironically works through effects of the big healing, named as blood magic, which does bump it up in the years. This again is crazy, but it's a nice quality of life for all the time.
I think 18 of his same place in life is like for the team skills. But last up, we have Clemson Sora. He's another capability. This is also got a human pulse. It's 30 health points. That's 8%. Spell power every 5 seconds. Spell also plays with the ability to target text.
This spell has the same damage range as Skimmer and Shield. And hence, is about out of damage. Again, there are ways to supplement this damage pump with the right build, but honestly, it's still good about the jungle fight. It just leaves your thoughts to carry all your mana. There are 2 unique uses. Where this spell becomes more useful. That's during the regular undead fight to keep all the villagers alive. The battle will be there to keep your army alive. However, 2 uses is not really enough. Give it a higher ranking on its own.
I almost never use this except to heal injuries after the fight. That way I can just sell all my injuries, get some extra money. It's the bonus bit of the ability to street, but it's not terrible. I would say B tier again. And the specialization capstone is good if needed to step up their game. I think every single one so far is going to
I can agree with the police here. Our last in the original specialization is blood. This spell is all about strong damage, bad control, and the cost of the caster's ocean. First up, we have blood, which is an active ability. You need to activate this to use any other spell in blood makes 3 first. While the spell is active, as soon as spell you cast, you can start instead of damage by 20%. This can be dropped all the way to shooting item
Cost for this is the healing is now reduced by over 90%. And only working set life with blood sacrifice. This ignores this effect. This is the definition of high risk, high reward. But at high levels, there's really no need to use this as a supplement for damage, which benefits incredibly to the combat.
Honestly, there are no comparisons for using this specialization. This is an objection for evil, but if you do just fill out the specific blood-based spells, want to use it, turn it off. So your mage doesn't unalive themselves by throwing out stupid fireballs with their blood. I'd say this is up there. Get on the system. It doesn't do anything other than allow you to spell it. And that's wrong. Another ability that is strong on its own, it doesn't
specialization itself. Last flavor.
So they look at that.